if you ask me, out of all the collabs in the game, the Ninja Turtles one I feel like is the one of the collabs that just keeps on giving. First we had, the Ninja Turtles released in December of last year, right? Then we had the Ninja Turtles, with their little mini event and their mini battle pass. Then they actually have, their stuff permanently here in creative for Fortnite, and now they got a wave 2. Here it is right here. And I'm excited to mess around with this stuff. So firstly, we got the Turtle FOES bundle. We got the Krang's Android. This is what he looks like right here. Basically, it looks like a pregnant man with a brain full belt buckle. If anybody gets that reference, let me know in the comments. His emote is the Krang's War Cry. Then his pickaxe, the Dimension Axe. The skin Bebop. We got Rocksteady, who has an Ed Zelda take off and on his helmet. This guy doesn't have anything. He's got the built-in emote Rise and Grind, if it decides to show. The emote Beatdown Boogie, which actually has copyrighted music. The little transport drill. Has the Foot Clan logo on there. The chest bump emote. The Snout Smasher. Combat Machete. The Combat Machete is a back bling. The Dimension X Portal. The Oink Lid. The Bebop Beats. And the Rocks... if it shows right here, come on. Why wasn't it showing? I don't know. There you go. Then we got the Rocksteady. If it shows. There it is. But that's not everything we're reviewing, though. We also got the Casey Jones bundle. We got Casey Jones here if he decides to load. I'm not sure why it's taking so long right now. But it is. Casey Jones. The Casey's hockey stick. Casey's golf bag. The Casey Jones taunt. And the Casey Jones special. If it shows. Right there. And to get all this stuff right here, the entire bundle right here is 3,200 V-Bucks. The skins right here, Bebop and Rocksteady, are 1,200 V-Bucks, which we haven't seen that for a collab skin in a while. They're usually 1,500 V-Bucks without a backbling. We got the Krang's Android, which has the pickaxe built into him. It looks like this on anybody else, but it should be like it should look different on the skin Krang's Android. And he's 1,600 V-Bucks, which is, I guess, a little bit more fair, I guess. The Beatdown Boogie emo is 500 V-Bucks. This is 500 V-Bucks. This is 300 V-Bucks and is a synced emo. This is 500 V-Bucks. This is 300 V-Bucks. 400, 800, 800, 800 right here. The entire bundle here, 1,800 V-Bucks, and my man's here is 1,500. He's like 1,500 without a back bling, sadly. The Casey's hockey stick. Alright, this right here is 800 V-Bucks. It comes together. The Casey Jones taunt is 300. Then the guitar is 800. We also do have this van here that I'm not going to be buying, but all of this stuff, it's a lot, I know, but we're going to be reviewing all of it. And for the gameplay, I'm using the Bubloon as for, basically as like the discount Krang back bling. Or well, Krang, I guess, some glider, I guess. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And the bubbly wrap. If y'all are gonna be buying any of this stuff, firstly, it's gonna be here until May 1st. And secondly, and more importantly, be sure to be using code RAGEWITHGUY when buying all this. A little bit of a fun fact for you guys. So you see the little Krang the Krang thing right there in my dude's gut? If you actually have the Krang back bling, if I actually type it in, right here, you got the Krang back bling right here. Here he is on my back. This is what the skin looks like from the front now. The Krang will be right here. while this thing is closed. But that's not how we're gonna look at my dude here. This guy so far, first of all, you hear the footsteps? Because he's a robot mech and all that. He's got those heavy footsteps. I did see Pizzo's video earlier today of him reviewing all of this stuff early and for free. I'm still not somebody who can get all of this stuff early and for free, but one can dream. But anyways, this stuff right here, I honestly love it so far. I want to check. First of all, that's how the pickaxe unequips right there. A little bit different than like how it would look if it was anybody else. But I want to check out my dude's built-in emote first. Krang's War Cry. I might also see it in the locker to see if it looks any different with the Krang inside my dude's gut and on the back. Also, every here and there, you'll see the little Krang, I think it's like a droid right there, like kind of peek out his hands every here and there. Is it gonna do it again? I don't know. Not sure what triggers this guy. But anyway, there he is right there. Something from Dimension X right there that was kind of trying to reach out. It just does that every here and there. But now the pickaxe, though. Sounds heavy. This thing sounds pretty heavy, which, as it probably should. This also has a nice glow, and then in the night also that little crank portal. I'm also gonna check out the other emotes here on my dude. Oh, come on, let me turn on the light. There we go. We got the Casey Jones taunt. This is what it looks like on anybody else that isn't Casey Jones. All right, not bad. We got the little transport drill. Moving forward. All right, not moving. Moving forward. It's kind of bumping and all that stuff. Whoa, my dude's kind of falling off. Then we got this right here, the beatdown boogie. It's just this, but I actually will turn on the music right here just for you guys. Right there, then right there. It's the original Ninja Turtles music from I think the 1980s show, which is kind of what this guy is based off of right here. I've seen a little bit of it. I personally prefer the 2012 show. I believe this is also synced with anybody to where anybody else can do it with you. This isn't an infinite emote. It just goes like this. Yeah, not a bad jam. Yep, not an infinite thing. You just kind of does it, and then eventually it stops. But anyways, turn this up. And now the last emote is what's interesting. Let me actually show y'all right here. Remember the chest bump emote in the shop? I did it as the Krang guy here. Now, first of all, not doing it with anybody. Kind of doing that on the beat right there. Now, if I sync this with my girl here, you can actually hear a girl laugh right there. Let me try one more time. You hear a bit of a girl laugh right there along with a guy laugh. Pretty interesting if you ask me. Yeah, my man's here. Let me try the pickaxe again just for fun. Just making sure that the backbling is in reactive also. But yeah, so far, I like this guy quite a lot. I really want to test this right here really quickly before I show my dude without a backbling here. So, firstly, this is what he looks like in-game with the Krang backbling on my dude's back. My dude's gut right there. Now, it doesn't have the Krang in there. Does the emote look different now? I don't think so. Let me try this here in the locker. Bro. Now if I take off the back bling now, let me try this here. If it lets me take it off. Come on. There we go. If I try this built-in emote again here, does the Krang in there do anything? He kind of, his face, I think he moves a little bit, I think. But anyways, the Krang is gone from my gut now, I think. If I spin him around, yeah. The Krang is gone from my gut. That's weird. I didn't even mean to do that, but here's my dude without a back bling. I don't even know. That is hilarious. But yeah, that's my dude here. Next skin we got here is Rocksteady, who is, another mutant. Right here. He's got an edit style to take off his helmet right here, if it actually decides to show it. Not sure why it's taking a long time now, but yeah, that's him right there. His back bling right here is the combat machete, if it shows. I'm going to say that for every single cosmetic, unfortunately. Then we got the combat machete pickaxe, if it shows again. And then he also has a built-in emote called Rise and Grind. That roar he does right there kind of sounds like the Hulk roar. But anyways, here's my dude here. I'm using the turtle blimp and the little ooze glider right there because I couldn't think of anything to, I guess, give him. Again, that could have matched his vibe, but this is the best I could do. He's a mutant technically also, so I guess this also makes sense. But yeah, this guy, at least I'm just going off of my knowledge from the 2012 show. This guy right here is like, at least before he was mutated, is like some Russian dude, and now he's mutated into this. He goes by the name Rocksteady, duh! What if I told you you look like an old cheese grater, and you look like pregnant man with a brain for a belt buckle? Somebody probably gets that reference, I hope. But anyways, I do want to do his built-in emote really quickly. Rise and Grind. Not bad. And I'm just gonna do this here also, just for fun. And this. The drill is cool. I like it. Then this one right here, I'm not gonna show the music again. But I will do the chest bump with my girl here again. As to why the chest bump is a thing here, I think it's because, at least in the show, Bebop and Rocksteady are, like, really close friends and all that stuff, even before they were mutated, or they were at least co-workers. But, anyways, the pickaxe, though. Alright, nothing too special. Not what I expect out of a knife, though, at least. You know, like, what I expect from a knife, at least, I should say. This ain't anything too special. I do like the physics on the little turtle shell thing that's on my dude's right hip. It is not bad. I think out of all the skins so far, this one has to be my favorite, Rocksteady. But, yeah, let's take off his helmet. No back bling, no helmet. My man looks kind of weird without it. I believe in the 2012 show he doesn't wear anything on his head. In the 1980s show it does actually. I think he wears something. He looks just like this. Yeah, let me actually do the built-in emote as this style. I love this one so much. I'm actually having fun with this right here. Now we got Bebop here, who has no head styles at all. His back bling is the Oink Lid. His pickaxe is the Snout Smasher. Same thing for, for the gameplay right here also. Nothing too special. And also didn't, take a while for me to show that stuff now. That's good. Bebop here, in the 2012 show, he's a lot skinnier than this. It's like a black dude, that's this guy, and he has, like, some souped-up tech that, like, lets him, like, sneak around. He can go invisible or whatever. But now he's mutated into this. And, Mikey in the show kind of, like, gives him a nickname. which is Bebop here. What's going on, man? This is a stupid idea. You hurt me in my picky snout. Is kind of what he sounds like. I can't do the best voice, but you get the idea. I like him so far. His little glasses right there is nice. I'm gonna do the emotes as him. This right here, the little transport. That drill, though, it kind of slows down a little bit, I think, when I stop moving, and then, like, when I keep moving, it does that. Okay. The boogie. This ain't the symbiote boogie from Marvel Rivals, if anybody knows what that emote is. Then we got the chest bump. Chest bump. Yeah. Oh, did my dude have, like, a unique laugh? My man had a different laugh. Okay. I didn't know that for these guys. But alright. But anyways, my dude here, I'm actually gonna show off his pickaxe. That is a really good sound. I like that. It sounds heavy. It's a hammer, because of course it is. This hammer, because of the colors, at first it gave me the vibe of the Colossus pickaxe from the X-Men bundle. That's the vibe that this gave me. I also do love the back bling, a trash lid. That's kind of funny to me, at least. But alright, yeah. I'm gonna take off his back bling. Before I forget, by the way, I'm gonna show off what the Dimension Axe looks like as anybody that isn't the Krang little bot skin. He has some physics on his hair a little bit. That's always nice. Let me do this right here to see him up front. Those little glasses right there, always nice. He's got a nose ring and everything. His hair's got physics. The pickaxe, I don't think is anything too special. Just looks like this, which I'm actually liking this a lot more, how Epic is making it to where the pickaxe, even if it's sold with the skin, it's not like built into him like how it was with Venom originally. And they have it to where it looks another way when you put it on another skin that isn't the skin that it's meant for, which is always a nice detail. I actually really like that. I think one of the skins that we saw recently that had this was one of the Wave 2 JJK skins. This guy, really good in my book. Last but not least, we have Casey Jones, who has the backbling. Casey Jones is, Casey's golf bag, the Casey's hockey stick, if it loads. It was doing so well. Which does visually unequip off of the backbling. See that right there, kind of visually unequips off of it. So should the bats from the emote here. Let me hear the chest bump with my dude here. Don't think it's like a unique laugh at all. But, alright. The drill. And the boogie. Let's boogie! I love this. They released so much for this collab, and I had to spend 5,000 V-Bucks to get both bundles. Epic, why are you getting so expensive with these collabs? I have no idea. But regardless, though, the pickaxe equip on equip. Sounds okay. That's kind of what I'm expecting, like a little hockey stick to kind of like, or you know, that stuff to sound like. Like, as my man's here, at least in the show, does play hockey in the 2012 show. So that's why I'm calling this thing a hockey stick. It's all bandaged up and everything. He knows about the turtles. He's friends with April O'Neil, all that stuff. But yeah, so far, they've done this guy well. I think I like like I said before, I like Rocksteady the best personally, but that's just me. Without a back bling. For me at least, because I know this character, I feel like he's gotta have the back bling for me. That's just me at least. I gotta have it on him. There's no way I can use this guy without a back bling. But so far, these skins are done really well. They're accurate in everything. They put in some effort into it. I love this. before I forget, by the way, we also do have these instruments that I visually unequip as backblings and pickaxes and everything. And so yeah, that's this right here. The Casey Jones is special. I don't think it should be anything too special, but we'll still try it out. Alright, let me actually turn on the right here. Bit of a sound when you unequip it. At least they're putting, at least like this isn't like the default like some swing impact like that I've been seeing on other instruments. It's not the default, so that's good. It's got some sounds to it also. Not bad. We're not done here yet though. I'm gonna change my skin also to I'm gonna change it to Bebop really quick if it lets me. Okay. Then we got his pickaxe right here, the Bebop Beats, and the backbling and pickaxe, I should say. So we're gonna do gameplay of this too, and we're gonna do the Rocksteady one also last. These ones, these look so small on my dude's heads. Alright, but yeah, so far I don't know if they're gonna be anything too special though. The beats of a drum, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. And then the last one is gonna be Rocksteady. If I can find him. I have on his helmet also. Then we also got, where's his thing? His thing should be... where is it? I could have sworn he had his own instrument. There you go, the Rocksteady. Oh, not that. This. So that's what this is right here. I don't think this one's gonna be anything too special though, but I'll still try it out. I don't like the swing. I don't like it. Impact is slightly different than the normal one that we saw in the others. But yeah, that's all of these right here. What a really good curl. I can't speak, sorry. What a really good collab. Would you believe me if I told you this collab got even better? How? Because all of these guys can be used in LEGO. You got Bebop here, he's got the nose ring, got the little chain right there, the little skeleton on his jacket right there also. The rip pants right there a little bit, I see the little rip right there. The little shoulder armor thing right there. Casey Jones, he's got the little pad right there, bandage. The mask looks cool. Got a little rip right there. The headpiece is nice. Then we got the Krang's android, which I believe blink. Yeah, I saw that right there. He actually blinks. And his mouth moves too. That's neat. The details on this guy. Then we also got Rocksteady. His eyes should also move too. Yeah, it does right there. The helmet's on him and everything. Alright, now looking at the emotes on these guys here. The Casey Jones one. The chest bump. The laugh right there sounds like that in LEGO also. I do have to wonder, why did it have to be a collab with the Ninja Turtles just to get a chest bump emote? That's kind of weird. Then we got the Beatdown Boogie, which would probably be a lot better if I could actually play the music, which I'm not going to. I believe the music on this is what people originally wanted as like a jam track / lobby track, rather than what we actually got last year, which was the Streets Ignite music track. Then we got right here Casey Jones. Hit him with the chest bump. A little transport drill. And then the boogie. I'm not gonna show it all the way though. Excuse me. The Casey Jones taunt. You actually see the little face on the little Krang right there. His face moving with the emote. His eyes closed right there. Alright, and then the built-in emote Krang's War Cry in LEGO. Not bad. Then we also got Rocksteady. Yeah, I think out of all the Legos, this one is my favorite also. In Battle Royale and in Lego. Does his laugh sound different here? It does. And this. Then this. The Rise and Grind. Sharpening his horn. That Hulk-ass roar. But, then we also got right here, I'm actually gonna show off what it sounds like when a girl does this. Let's try, Ricochet, Rocks. Come on, don't do this to me now. It's gonna take a long time, ain't it? There we go. You'll hear like a little lady laugh. What if I actually try this as, let's say the Hulk? Will I hear like a little beast-like laugh or something because it's the Hulk? No, I do not. So I guess it's specific to the two skins, I guess. But yeah, all of this stuff, great. If y'all are gonna be buying any of this stuff, it's gonna be here until May 1st, and be sure to be using code RageQuitGuide. And I'll see y'all around.